Well, hello there. I wanted to just go through a few main features of photomechanic, and I thought spending that sort of money, you ought to see what it actually does. This is the main screen. There's no pictures showing because you have to open a contact sheet. You've got a navigator down the left, and you can obviously go to specific folders, double click, and that'll bring photos up. Oh look, it's you. So if I've got to ingest, not import, they call it ingest, some files, you go file and ingest, although it will pop the card up, it will pop this screen up if you insert a card. You can choose a primary destination, you can use a secondary destination, so you copy them to two places at once. Choose obviously what you're importing. The IPTC stationery pad is so that you can add things like keywords, copyright, anything like that, which gets added at import. And then every time you click the ingest button, it will apply all that to each picture. Once they're imported, you will get them up on screen, and then you can go through them. One cool feature I found on here is that if you've got, say, a main folder that you tend to use all the time, maybe you've got a to be processed folder, you can add it as a favourite up here. So you don't have to keep going down to the navigator, go to a folder, then go to a subfolder, then go to another subfolder, then another subfolder. You can favourite it up here. So I can go to main drive, to be processed, cull. And here's all the pictures I've still got to cull, which is quite a lot. So you could say, for example, what should we say, fireworks, double click, and then they'll all come up like that. Any that have got red writing means they're still loading. They should go white. Yeah, they are. And then push the magnifying glass and they come up in this screen. Look at that. No loading. Oh, I jinxed that, didn't I? There we go. So obviously there is a little bit of loading, but it's not... I mean, it depends what else you've got your system doing and whatever else, but... These are CR2s. So you can just skip through these. Skip through these. And so on. Now, of course, I've got my intros set up so I can add 5-star ratings, and it'll auto advance to the next picture. Yeah, that auto advance is in the settings. It's not on by default. If you think actually I don't like that, you can take it back to 0 as well. And you can also do that by clicking that bloody auto advance, or you can click and drag like that. So I don't like that, so I'm going to leave it at 0. If you want to zoom it, you can click this little zoom button, and then you've got all these zoom levels here, starting at quarter, go through, that's your 100%, 1 in Lightroom, and then you can go further and further and further. But always be sure to untick that, otherwise you'll never get a full view. You've got a histogram, this is all your information. Up here as you notice, none of these actually have labels. I originally thought this plus sign was the zoom button, which it isn't, so don't fall into that trap. I also thought these two were undo and redo, but they're not, they're rotate. The eye is pretty obvious, it's information. This little pen, paintbrush, whatever you want to call it, is the edit photo, and I've got the preferences set for Photoshop. So if I click that button, you'll see that, probably shouldn't have done that, Photoshop pops up. This one is your copy photos, so you can copy that photo to another location if you wanted to. Obviously that's delete. This square is basically loop view in Lightroom terms. That's your compare. One thing I don't like is in Lightroom, it will show you which two files down here you've got selected, which one's on the one side and which one's on the other. They'll both be highlighted. Here, if you notice, it doesn't. So I have actually got my two photos there. That was slow loading because it's about a 400 megabyte TIFF. Yeah, 191 megabytes. Yeah, so you can have them two side by side, but what did I do there? But although it tells you up here which two images you've got compared, 8851 and 8853, it only highlights one down here, so you don't know which second one you've got highlighted. You can actually make the view top and bottom, side by side, and then obviously you can go back to loop view. This one is the film strip down the bottom there. You can have that along the bottom or along the side. It's up to you. But that rotates, that swaps it. And this one is restore panes. So if you were to drag this out the way and push that, it'll come back. And if you push this one, it gets rid of all of them. So if you want more room to look at your pictures, you can push that one to get rid of it all, and that one to bring it all back, which is quite handy. Your information is this I button. This is where you can do all your description captions, so I can put fireworks in Great Ellingham, and then I could do keywords. I could either type them in, or I could go to, in my case, structured keywords, type in L, brings up this results box, and obviously there's too many with L in, so I'm just going to put Ellingham. And then we've got places, Great Ellingham. And double click it, and that's hierarchical, so by clicking on Great Ellingham it'll now add Norfolk places, UK, England, and all that lot as well, and then apply it. You have to make sure you double click up here first. You can't just click on it, you have to double click for it to appear here. Then do apply, and there's your keywords in there. Here, can't really see it, that's grey. You can do your colour flags and your star rating here, and this is a check mark. If I go back to loop view, let's say no to that, you can do the same thing here. So for example, let's go back there. If you click on the grey area around star rating, there's your flags, and you can also check mark it with a tick like that. The tick is useful because you can come up to here and click on tagged, and it will show you the two that have got the ticks in. Or if you just tick the ones you don't want and do untagged, it will show you everything that doesn't have a tag. I don't use the tags, I use 5-star ratings, but they are handy. You can sort by all of this, sort by type, sort by color class, any of that, and you can do a custom. You can change the name of these color flags. So obviously I've changed that one to be cold to be edited, and that's edited TIFFs to be keyworded. That's done up in preferences. Here you can just type in whatever you want them to be called. There is a way to get these color flags to talk to Lightroom, so Lightroom actually puts the same names and same colors on, but yeah, so you've got all of this information you can put in. Event status, contact info, all that in there. As you may have seen on Andy's videos, once you've typed something in, you can click the copy button here and do save, and then forward. So it'll take it to the next one, and then you could do paste, save and next forward, paste, save, next forward, or you can go between them, help, back forth, like that, paste, and so on. Let's do no to that. Bring that one up. You can do a crop, but I don't ever crop in here. Told you about the histogram. You can, yes, that's what I was going to say. If you want to do bulk things, so let's select lots. You can do file and rename, and you can set up, like in Lightroom, you can set up your own naming convention. So you can see mine is smv_sequence, and it will remember the sequence 5555, and that will update when I next rename a load. You can go to image and do set color class of photos to, let's just put edited TIFFs to be keyworded, and now that's done the whole lot all in one go. You can convert raw to DNG. I haven't done that in here. Set rating in bulk, set GPS coordinates in bulk, bring up your keywords panel, and so on. There's copy and move again. There's a way of finding particular pictures, select tags, select rotated, and so on. Now the final thing which I wanted to show you, as this has a limit of 15 minutes and it's nearly up, is I now want to find an image. So let's just say, for example, I want to find a picture of you. All I need to do is go to edit and search. I will go to keywords, contains, any, and I will type in, just because you're the only person I know with that surname, I'll type in Hughes. We'll do search, and look at that. That was nice and quick, wasn't it? There was a bit of lag there because it was starting up my NAS drive. And there's a lot of pictures of you here. So as you can see, that's nice and easy. I could do edit, search, and I could type in Andy Rouse. We'll do search, and there's a load of pictures of him. So as you can see, it's actually quite fast. I'll do one more search. Let's type in Mac Loop. The reason I'm doing that is because there's going to be quite a few results, and you'll see how quick they come up. Well, almost up, so that's it. Hope that helped.